Has Brexit changed things for Paris?
Thank you.
Have you been able to attract as many people as you thought you would from the UK?
So first, what I want to say is, of course, that this Brexit is a very bad news for France, for Europe, in the international competition. This has consequences on French GDP. This has consequences on agriculture, on some businesses like aeronautics. So this is very bad news for French economy. But we are being pragmatic. We are in a European international competition, and we want to really attract the jobs that will leave the UK to go somewhere else. So we have implemented many actions to attract these jobs. It's true that many companies are waiting for the real Brexit to take place. So all the discussions that are taking place right now are very important, of course, and many companies prefer to wait for the real decisions. But many jobs have already been implemented in the Paris region. Also, we have the European Banking Agency who relocated in Paris. So we are helping all these people to settle in the Paris region with various actions that I can explain.
What do you think is holding people back to move to Paris? I don't know if there's any things that play against Paris. I don't know whether it's labor laws that actually detract some people, whether it's the language, or whether it's something else. Is it real estate prices?
So it's true that there are many points on which we are working. So first, I really want to say that we have very good results this year. We are the first region for international investment, also the first region in the world, I mean, for R&D investments. So numbers are showing that the attractiveness of the Paris region is really high right now. But we are working on some points, like you said, transportation system, also a multilingual region. We are doubling the number of international high schools, for instance, because we know this is more of a weakness. So, but many changes are being made right now. International sections in high schools have doubled, and we also implemented a website to learn French as a foreign language. So, and you know, the European Banking Agency, for instance, relocated because we paid for the French lessons of the partners, of the employees of the agency. So we are working on these aspects, but I think we are the first region, like in Europe, where people look at relocating also from abroad, not only from the UK. You take Canada, for instance, people want to know situation in continental Europe, and they are looking for Paris region. Also because we have a very strong R&D ecosystem, and we are seeing many investment in artificial intelligence. And so here we have all the talents compared to other European cities, I think. So we are the really best place to attract these people. But people are still waiting for the decision to being made.
Gilles Moec, I mean, this goes to, you know, a lot of cities come here and they say, actually, Luxembourg's attractive, France is attractive. I mean, on a purely competitive level, we'll go more to some of the local taxation, and a lot of people don't speak French, which is what we were just hearing. But overall, has France implemented the structural reforms needed, for example, to give the boost to an employer in saying, yeah, I can invest in France, and, you know, the people there won't be employed for life?
Well, actually, if you look at what the French government has been doing for the last 2 years, I mean, they've been very, very proactive in trying to lure international companies in France, in Paris in particular. The tax repatriation system has been broadened. For instance, that was a key issue for some aspects of the financial industry. And we've seen some progress, for instance, on labour laws. It's probably not as deregulated as it is in the UK, but it will never be. I mean, I think we need also to understand that if the UK becomes harder to do business with, you won't find UK 2.0 in continental Europe. It's not the same economic model, and that is not going to change overnight.
Alexandra Dublanche, is there something to be done about local taxation? Could that be lowered to help attract more people?
As was just being said, a lot of work has been done by the French government to work on these aspects, and we went many times to London to explain these changes to all the companies who are perhaps thinking of moving to somewhere else in Europe. So I think there is a momentum right now in France, and things are changing. And we have also a very attractive research tax credit system that everybody knows. And I think people are seeing, and the numbers I quoted earlier showed this, that things are really changing, and that's why many R&D investment, foreign investment, are being located right now in the Paris region. First region in the world for foreign investment. This is not, there are reasons for this.